Sprite Studio devlog number 6, and this is the big one. Now, first of all, face reveal. This is what I look like, which I thought would be cool to have a face reveal slash upgrade of the YouTube videos, since this is a pretty big video. This is the 6th devlog for Sprite Studio, which is my pixel editor, and there's several interesting new things to talk about. Now, first of all, from the screen, you can tell that we're on Steam, so you can buy this and download it. And also, the 3 features that are in Sprite Studio since the last devlog are obviously Steam integration, Steam Workshop, and 2 smaller ones, hotkeys and palettes. So now you can write scripts, publish them to the workshop, other people subscribe. When you subscribe to something, Steam downloads it automatically, and then in Sprite Studio, it's just like any other script. You just once it's installed, you can use it. The other 2 things, hotkeys. So now you can press like Control P to create a new project, Control A, new artboard, and you can also control the hotkey for these things. You can rebind them, and also the brushes have hotkeys. And then palettes are basically little things in the UI that are like extra colors, basically. Like there's a monochromatic color palette. I think there's an analogous color palette or something. I wrote those a while ago already. But those are also implemented in Python, or you can implement them in Python, so you can share those scripts to the workshop, other people can download it. So let's show these features off in Sprite Studio, which I will launch through Steam. So here we go. And here we are. F1 to go full screen. First thing, there's a new button here, which is the Steam button. And we have 2 options, post to workshop and update workshop item. So you create your workshop items in Sprite Studio, and then you can edit them on the actual Steam workshops pages. You can also update them here as well. But there are a few things that you can only do in Steam itself. Mainly add videos and pictures to your workshop item, except for the preview picture, which is the picture that's basically the thumbnail for the item. So if we go to post to workshop, this is what the menu looks like. And you just put in a name, description. Here's the types of scripts. So you select whichever kind you want. There will be scripts here to select when you've actually written something. And you have your options for your visibility. You have to agree to the workshop legal agreement. And you'll see here it says drag a PNG into the window to set it as a preview image. So you create like a thumbnail type of image, click and drag it into Sprite Studio, and it'll be your preview image. And then you simply would click upload, and a new workshop item would be created. And all the stuff you put in would be part of the workshop item. At that point, other people could go and subscribe. Now, for example, if I go to Steam Update, you'll see that I'm on my personal account, but if I were on the actual Steamworks, the Steel Softworks Steamworks page or a Steam account, this box would be full of all the items I'd uploaded. And any items you upload would be here, and you could then select one and change it. This menu is obviously the same as the other one, pretty much. So that's all that this is. Obviously, the only difference is the change note. You can put a change note on your update. It's very self-explanatory, and this isn't really a tutorial. Now, to show these hotkeys, I'm going to hit Control P, and a new project menu comes up. Just name it, and finish. Here we go. Now I hit Control A to make a new artboard. Here it is. And you'll notice these things here: analogous, monochromatic, complementary. And once we start selecting colors, they change. So that's basically how that works. Very simplistic, but nice. And so now you just click on one and it's different. And that's all you really have to do. And this updates dynamically. Also, all of these have their own hotkeys now. So pencil, eraser, eyedropper is Q, flood fill. Flood fill was always work in progress. Now it's mostly done. You can see it sometimes still misses stuff, but it's good enough. For me, replace all. Same thing. Hello? Okay, I think replace all is broken. Love it. So yeah, those are the 3 new features of Sprite Studio. And it's on Steam Early Access, so you can buy it and use it. It's also on sale right now. So that's kind of it. Now, Sprite Studio is, in my mind, pretty much done. It's early access only because there are possibly bugs like the flood fill or the replace bug. And I'll fix that, and any big problems I'll fix, but I think it's time to move on. Now, if a lot of people buy Sprite Studio and use it and like it and it gets a community behind it, I'll, continue developing it. But as it stands, like, nobody's bought it and nobody probably will, so I don't see the point in continuing it. It's feature complete mostly. The main things it's lacking would be like circles and or shapes in general and text. And that's kind of a bummer. But like I said, I would add that stuff if there was any interest in doing so from the community. So what I want to talk about here would be my next project. And I'll be doing this type of YouTube style from here on out, the better quality videos. And my next project, which I'll be talking about more in depth later, is going to be a multiplayer game that's going to be basically kind of D&D for computer, where there's a dungeon master and players, and you kind of pub together in a lobby. So you can play with randoms or with, other people, or with your friends or whatever. Or you can play offline, but the focus is multiplayer. And the game is going to basically be a game where there's a dungeon master who's crafting little encounters on the fly. So you, as a dungeon master, you create a level, you place enemies in it, place items in it, and then the players are sitting around waiting. And once you do that, once you create your little encounter, then the players go and do the encounter. And so it's kind of more like D&D because it's more like an actual player, the dungeon master, is controlling the game. And it'll probably be multiplayer, or it will be multiplayer, obviously. And I want there to be kind of, maybe in the beginning you'll have to host your own lobbies, but it'd be nice if you just pub with other randoms and just play. So that's where we're going next. This will be my next devlog series. I also want to expand maybe to doing other types of videos. I had an idea for a type of video which would be like basically a day project, like a 1-day project. So it'd be like something it's like a 1 day. So it just takes 1 day to complete, put it on GitHub. Maybe that'd be interesting. Obviously you can't do too much in a day, but that might be an interesting concept. Checking the time. So I think that I will see you guys soon with some updates. I need to get the groundwork laid for the next project and begin prototyping, creating a little level editor, I don't want to use Python anymore. I want to use Java hot reloading. So the idea is, load Java files at runtime that are source files, compile them, and reload them and change them. That way we don't need to ask people to download Python or download it because we need it for the game or for the program to work. So Python's out, but Java is in, Java 21. But anyway, that's it for now. There might be future devlogs for Sprite Studio if it looks like people want that. But until then, I'll see you guys in the next series. Thanks for watching. Thanks for keeping up with it. I appreciate you all. I love you all. God bless you all. I'll see you soon.